Dear viewer, welcome to this channel, The Inspiration Dew. If it is your first time, I welcome you to subscribe so that when I upload any new video, you'll be able to receive the alerts. Today's topic, which I'm going to discuss, is about reciprocation. The topic is called no reciprocation. That is our topic today. The last topic which I discovered was about working, which I said, if you fail to work, you are liability. You are liability to the people who are supporting you. And I said, working is held and controls one's emotional, physical, and even spiritually when you are working. Today's topic, which is called no reciprocation, we are going to see how people regret in their lives after doing good to others. And I'm sure you have heard people say, I regret having helped. I have a lot of regret having helped these people, this person. And even after doing all what I did to make sure this person got my help, or I helped him, rescued him from this problem, the problem the person was in, I cannot see any help when I have a problem. I have problems now. I cannot see any help from these people. And this one makes life very hard. People do not regret because they did evil. No. They regret because they helped people. And when it came to their time for need, these people somehow failed or did not even help, did not come to their aid. And they seemed to take the person for granted, not even seeing that he did help when they were suffering. And now it is time for this person is suffering and is wondering, why are these people not helping me? And this one makes the person feel a lot of pain. When this person calls the people he helped, many people do not respond to their calls. They say they are busy, they will call later, and they do not call. Either they say they'll call later, and sometimes they call, they find that their cells are engaged throughout, so they cannot access these people. Even when they meet them physically, not even calling, they tell them, I also have problems. I don't have anything that I can help you now, Pore. So they end up not having anything, and therefore they regret having helped these people, having done good, having worked for the good of others. They regret a lot. My friend, if you have ever helped somebody and you expected a kickback or this somebody to reciprocate, you'll wait until you fade from this world. Do not expect any reciprocation from these people, because the people you help mostly will never come to your aid when you have a problem. In fact, they run away. And they assume that you do not even exist in their lives. So, do not kill yourself thinking about other people. No, don't. Remember, when you are thinking about those people you helped, those people you sacrificed for, you're going to get pressure. You get blood pressure because you are straining your body. Another thing you're going to get, because of straining yourself over issues that went by, you are going to lack focus in your life. When you lack focus in your life, you fail to plan for the little you have or for the things you have. You fail to plan completely. When you have lacked focus, you have lacked to plan, you have high blood pressure, what happens? You become a prophet of doom of self. So you destroy yourself. And after you have destroyed yourself because you end up having so many health issues, the people you helped, they will start laughing at you. They will not even bother. Who cares whether you helped or not helped? You helped. Whatever you did to this little, you did to God. You did not do to them. So do not kill yourself. Whatever you do, that little you did, the little you did to God. So do not kill yourself. Now remember, my friend, that you are mourning the obvious, that reciprocation is not a must. It is not a must. At the mostly, you keep on waiting for people to do kickback. They will never. They do not reciprocate as you expect. Because what they can do best is disconnect you, your cell and your contact, so that you don't disturb them, particularly when they know that you need finances, you are sick, you are in hospital. Most of them will disconnect you. And even if they don't disconnect you, they put their cells engaged. And even if they put their cells engaged, what they do is that they tell you they'll call you later, but they don't. You are not the first one. People have passed through that kind of life, many people. So only know that this is a normal thing in life. In Psalms 37, the line 3, it says, "Trust in the Lord and do good, dwell in the land and feed on his faithfulness." That 7, line 5 says, "But as for me, when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth. I harbored myself with fasting, and the prayer would return to my own heart." That was David who was saying that. That he harbored himself with fasting and prayer so that these people would be healed. And these people now, they are tormenting David after doing all good to them. In Psalms 35, line 14 and 15, it says, "I paced about as though he were my friend or a brother. I bowed down heavily as one who mourns for his mother." Psalms 35, line 15 says, "But in my adversity they rejoiced, and gathered together attackers against me, and I did not know it. They tore at me and did not cease." That was David who said that the attackers, the people he had fasted for, prayed for, they gathered and tore at him without mercy. So if people have switched off the cells, they have done all those things, you are not the first one. We have other peoples. In the Bible, there is good that reference that somebody was fasting for them, prayed for them, yet What they were doing was destruction. Now, who are these David attackers? Let us see the David's attackers? Who are these attacking David? In 1 Samuel, chapter 19 says, "Thus Jonathan spoke well of David to his father Saul, and said, Let not king sin against his servant, against David, because he has not sinned against you, and because his work has been good towards you." Samuel 19, verse 6, it says, "Saul heeded the voice of Jonathan, and Saul saw, as the Lord lives, he would not kill David. So Jonathan brought David in the palace before King Saul." In verse 16, chapter 16, verse 23 says, "And it was whenever the distressing spirit from God was upon Saul, that David would take a harp and play it with his hand. Saul would become refreshed and well, and distressing spirit would depart." And remember, he has already promised that he will never kill David. So Saul is now being refreshed by David. We find in verse 19, chapter 19, verse 9, it says, "Now the distressing spirit from the Lord came upon Saul as he sat in his house with a spear in his hand. And David was playing music with his hand. Then Saul sought to pin David to the wall with a spear, but he slipped away from Saul's presence, and he drove the spear into the wall." That was Saul. David has done the first thing. He has been singing for him. He has been praying for him. But now he has decided, and he has thought to kill David by throwing the spear to him, which hit the wall. And David escaped. And he had vowed in advance that he would not kill David, but now he has changed his mind. He wants to kill him. And this time was at night. So Saul also sent messengers. When the David slipped from him, he sent messengers to David, to watch David's house, that they would kill him in the following morning. But the wife of David heard. That was the daughter of Saul, Michal. She heard, and what she did, she helped David escape from her house through the window. And she put a doll, kind of effigy, in the bed and covered it. So when they came, they thought David was asleep. But when they entered in the morning to kill him, they found that it was not David. It was just an effigy that was there. And King was very much annoyed of this daughter of his. Remember that good is never forgotten by God. And this is why God is helping David to escape. God has helped David now to escape, because he found that now David is going to die for no reason. So the same case, when you do good, good is never allowed to escape. It is always rewarded. You may not receive reciprocation, but God is there to reciprocate you. He is going to reciprocate. If human can't, God will. Look at the case of Joseph and his brothers. What did they do in Genesis 37? He said to him, that is the father Jacob, please go and see if it is well with your brothers and well with the flock, and bring back word to me. So he sent him out of the valley of Hebron, and he went to Shechem. Joseph agreed to go and visit them in good faith. He could not say no because his father has ordered him, and too there was no problem visiting his own brothers. In Genesis that 7:23 and 24 says, so it came to pass, when Joseph had come to his brothers, that they stripped Joseph of his tunic of many colors, cast him in a pit. Then they sold him to Ishmaelites as a slave for 20 shekels of silver. Remember that Joseph had wandered in the wilderness looking for his brothers. In the wilderness, he has found them. He has even carried food for them. They are now eating. And when they have sat down eating and they have put their brother in the pit who has brought the same food, they decide through one of the brother called Reuben that they should not kill him, but they should sell him. And he was sold as a slave. Joseph stayed as a slave in Egypt for many years until he was 38 years of age. You can see how many years he spent. And this, at the age of those years, he was in prison after being framed up on prostitution, which he did not do. After many years, God brings dreams to some workers who belonged to Palau in the prison. And he's told that when the dreams are interpreted, he's told one person will be murdered, another one will be retained back. That was a butler. And Joseph told him, when you go back there, you can remember me. But he never remembered him. It took long until when the king also dreamt dreams that he could not interpret, that he sought all the sorcerers, that nobody could do it, and his seers, nobody could do it. And when the butler remembered Joseph, he said, there is another Hebrew in the prison who interpreted some dreams for me, and I think this one can. And this is when Palau sent for Joseph. Joseph was brought. Before he comes to Palau, he has to be shaved and dressed properly to be smart before the Palau. Now, God is now ready to extol Joseph because of good works he may have done. Remember, Joseph had been in prison. I'm not going to say that 8 years could be the last 2 years or 1 year. I don't know how many years he was in the prison. But he was many, many years working as a slave in Egypt. God now wants to extol him, and he removed him from prison after interpreting the dream of the Palau. He is removed from the prison, a place of shame, and is dressed in linen, royal clothes, given clothes of honor. The same case happens to all the people who give. This is what happens. God has to usually remove the shame from these people. Shame is always removed. It does not allow you to die in shame, to suffer in shame forever. He'll also give you clothing of honor. That means the things you do not have that make you feel disgraced, you will be provided. He gives Joseph signet ring. That means power. Gold is the signet ring and a gold chain. That means he has been given power. When you help, the power is taken from the people you help and is given to you. Joseph became a ruler. When power is given to you, remember that you are also a ruler. Because God does not allow his people to suffer, you will be given. When you do good, God does not forget. There is a place for honor for you, and a place of shame will be removed. God will not allow you to die a poor person, a miserable person. Yes, he will not allow. Because when you give, he said that whatever you do to the little of these brothers, you do it unto him. So whatever you do, remember you do for God. Do not regret. You lack nothing. Because when you look at the Joseph and David, even after all those things, they lacked nothing. In fact, God exalted them. They exalted, and they became very big people. Therefore, when you give, do not regret. You should not regret that you did good, for regret will carry away your blessings. David and Joseph never regretted. David did not regret that he killed Goliath for Saul. No, he never regretted. He never regretted that he was singing for Saul for spirits to go away, demonic spirit to go away. But he said that instead he prayed for him. He prayed for his enemies and fasted for them. And I'm sure he was also fasting for Paul to change. And therefore God, when he is being mistreated, the power of the people you have served is taken away. It is given to you. Most of the things they have are withdrawn and they are given to you. So you should never regret. Joseph too did not regret when he was sent to see his brothers by his father. He did not regret that he was put in prison. He did not regret that he interpreted the dreams. Because they never regretted these people. All these were reciprocated by God in 100-fold. Therefore, you too, you should not regret. Do not regret anything good you ever did to anyone, because the reward will be enormous. The reward will be so great that you will be able to share with the birds of the air, giving anybody who comes to you, because you are a resource for the Creator. The resource of Creator cannot dry. When you are always giving, remember that you are a resource for the Creator. And through you, other people will find rest. Like the way David gave rest. He gave rest to King Saul and all the people who were listening to him as he sang and fasted. They found peace. The same case, those people who were, then the brothers of Joseph came. They found peace. They found food. Not only them, but even the whole world fed because of Joseph. The same case is in you. When you are giving in good faith, in good heart, remember that you are a source of Creator. And therefore that source is never allowed to dry. It is always made to become a big well that the birds, the animals, people will come and drink from it. And all of them will be satisfied because you are made for that. Therefore, clap for yourself, knowing that you are made a source of Creator. And the source of Creator will never dry. It will always have enough to give those people who do not have. And those who do not say thank you, don't bother, because there is one to thank you. You have given the little one of this, you have done it unto God. People may reject you, but but God will supply all your needs. The blessings of God are like rain. When the faithful tap through good works, surely God will remember them all the time and will never forget them. The same case, you are the source of the Creator, and He'll never allow you to dry. You'll always provide those who are in need. By that, I come to the end of this video. If you have liked my video, give thumbs up. And I also request you to subscribe. If it is your first time, don't go away without subscribing. That's only what you can say thank you for. Thank you to me for what you have heard from me. And all the other things that will be coming, you'll be able to get them when you subscribe. If you have liked it, subscribe. Finally, I say, may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us all, now and forevermore. Amen.